Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time coming on here. So I've had this video for a while and I did not want to delete it because it was absolutely gorgeous. So I decided to show you guys how I achieved the look. Let's get started. So first, I already cleaned my model's face. So I decided to trim her brows. So you can see me going back and forth using a scissors and a blade, trying to get the brow properly groomed, because she doesn't really have much hair, but she has hair that grows everywhere else. So now I am just making sure that the brow looks as neat as possible, so I'm not taking off too much of her hair. Then I go in with my Carite gel. It's my brow pomade. So I draw a line at the bottom line, the top, and just fill that in with pencils. Now this video is not going to be very detailed, but just watch. Hopefully you'll learn a technique or two. So I'm just filling in with pencils. I have my assistant sharpening pencils so that I don't use blunt pencils. I need properly sharpened pencils to give me precise lines that I want. So I'm working both ways, left and right at the same time, but I'm majorly showing you one side. So now I'm going to take a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than her, and I'm using that to highlight her brows, or basically to clean it up and to give the arc a very defined shape. Now I'm taking my time with this process and putting my hand in a particular part of her face for placement so that I don't shake too much and give my arc a very defined shape. You can see how neat it's already looking even before I highlighted. Then I go in with a blending brush and blend. One side of the brow was looking wonky, so I decided to just touch it up at the top a bit. Then for the front, that's the inner corner of the brow, I used the exact foundation shade, and then I blended that out. Now I'm going in with the eyeshadow. I went in first with NYX Jumbo Pencil, then transition colors from, I don't even remember what palette it is. It's been, like I said, this video is old. I just did not want to delete it, so I'm like, post it on here. Then I went in with pigments from Luster. I remember that because I can see the, okay, no, sorry, Avoir pigments. These are Avoir pigments. You can see the container. Then the Merac pencil to line, and I blended it in. I'm blending this in with a pencil brush. I'm not using my hands to hold the eyelids because I don't want to stain the eyelids. I'm using the brush instead. Then a graphic liner, a gold graphic liner to give it the Egyptian gold effects. After doing this, and I clean it up with concealer so that it looks very neat. And then I clean the whole face with wipes. And then I prepped her skin using my Cetaphil moisturizer, Meron Skin Prep, and Rimmel primer to prime her face. I'm drying off this step because I want every step to dry as I'm applying the products in, so that as I'm layering, they're drying and it's not going to crack by the time I'm done. Instead, it's going to last the whole day. So this procedure is also good for a bridal look. So then the foundation I decided to use for her is a shade lighter than her because she had some light sides, and I was testing out the foundation, and I also knew that I could blend it out and make it come like give me the look I wanted to. So even when I felt like okay, maybe it's a little too much, all I had to do was contour it properly to bring it back into her skin so it looks exactly like her skin. So when you have a foundation that is not giving you the shade you want, just contour properly and you are good to go, or you highlight properly and you'll be good to go. So but in her case, I just contoured properly using the shades of concealer that would match her skin properly. Then I sculpted her nose. I used the brow, the tip of the inner corner of the brow as placement for my sculpting, to sculpt her nose. So I used that as the yardstick to sculpt her nose. Then I blended everything, applied cream blush and blend. Yes, the most important thing about this look is to blend. Make sure that everything you're applying, you're blending it in, because if you don't blend it in, it will either crack or you have some side nicely blended and some side not nicely blended. And remember to dry each step down. We have a conditioner running, but I still wanted to dry down each step to speed up the process. Then I decided to sculpt her brows again because I felt like I had lost the shape a bit from the eyeshadow. So I just went in again with the same concealer and sculpted a bit. Then I didn't use any colored setting powder. I just went in with a translucent setting powder because I didn't want it to leave any extra color. I just wanted to set the face. And she had chapped lips, so I also I had to scrub her lips with the Curry Beauty lip scrub so that every product I apply on her lip would stay properly, or else would have been having lip peels because she had really dry lips. So those chaps would have been all over, and then my lip wouldn't have come out looking very nice. So I scrubbed it first, applied a lip moisturizer from Curry Beauty before I started working on the lip. So now for the lip, I went in with dark colors from Avoir to line. You can see I'm using particular techniques, like telling her to fold her lip, placing my hands in particular positions for the lip to come out nicely. So, and then when I felt like it was too dark, I decided to warm it up with with an orange shade before I went in with the exact shade I wanted for her lip. And then if you're wondering why I'm applying on my hands, is because I felt like it would give me the effect that I wanted. I didn't want it to be too much. I wanted it to place there, and using a brush would have just packed on too much product. But with my hands, I could control the amount of products I had on her lips. So I just kept on using my hands. Then I went back in with the dark colors to sculpt it again. Went back in with the bright colors and whites to give the middle the ombre effect. Then I cleaned it up with the concealer, the same concealer I'd been using from the beginning. I used it to clean up her lip. Then I took a big powder brush and dusted off the excess powder, then pressed in whatever else is left. Also going in with smaller brushes, with a small brush also to set the under eye and to dust off excess powder, and put on compact powder, her shade. Then I decided to smoke out her under eyes with an orange shade of eyeshadow and a dark shade. I don't even know what palette of eyeshadow I use, but I'm thinking it's the Ezekiel. I know it's Ezekiel palette, but I'm not sure. Ezekiel Rios palette, because I have like 2 or 3 Rios palettes. So this is Ezekiel Rios palette that I used for her. For her eyeshadow, basically, everything. When I was done, I still felt like the powder was still a bit much, so I still tried to reduce it as much as possible. Then I went on my blush and my contour powder to warm up the skin. Now, to soften the whole look, to reduce the whole powder effect, I used the Morphe spray to soften the whole look. Then I went in finally with the Curry Beauty body glue on her face. So that really helps give her a glow and also reduce the effect of the powder and everything that was on the skin, which is what we have at the end. Yeah. So this is me applying the Curry Beauty glue to reduce the effect of everything. You can see every time she turns, the glow is just glowing, it's giving. So the powder that we were seeing that looks like there was a lot has just gone down. So then I applied some of the Curry Beauty to her body, and then the body is glowing too. And here we have it. This is the finished product. So thank you for staying up to the end. Please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Till next time. Bye.